Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Retro PC. This is part two of the Internet Superkit from 2000 from Australian Personal Computer Magazine. If you missed the last video, there's a link right here to check it out. We're basically looking at the second disc that came with this magazine in November of 2000. So this CD is boasting everything you need to be able to get online and do whatever you want. These were not uncommon back then and were always a lot of fun because it always meant free software. Back when free software was not as easy to acquire as it is today. Why is that? Well, download speeds were pretty bad in the 2000s. Most people did not have any type of internet beyond dial up yet. The best modems were 56K still, and people were just starting to get into the broadband era and DSL internet era. So that was still not the norm. So these kinds of CDs were awesome for kids like me with really crappy internet. Plus, it was something to do on my computer, which I always loved. So this one is set up just like the others, but it looks like they're boasting some different software this time. This one looks like we've got a game we need to check out, a bunch of browsers, a bunch of chat programs. Let's look at it here. So again, we are looking at this latest software as of September 20th, 2000 is when this disc came out. So it's kind of letting you know this is the latest as of that date. We're looking at the front page here. First thing up, the features. You'll see just there's a ton of stuff here. We got instant messaging. You'll see I took a peek at this slightly beforehand just to make sure it was worth reviewing, and I instantly went, yes, this is worth reviewing. Because there's tons of stuff here that looks interesting and is that 2000s old school. So let's just take a look at the top here. So we have net telephony, all-in-one communication center for your PC. That sounds awesome. And look at this image. I mean, we got to do it. Right, there we go. Right off the bat, I'm already downloading the first thing I see. There's just so much cool stuff on this one. This is a trial, it looks like. So this is the Communicate Pro trial. Let's install this. Yeah, we'll skip the phone numbers. It's so funny. I used to love doing this kind of junk as a kid, and here I am today, still in my free time doing this junk. I gotta restart my computer. Yeah, let's restart, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back. Computer has restarted. I didn't really pay attention to where I installed this, so this should be fun. I think it was called Communicate. But if I remember correctly, it was loading stuff in a like a temp folder. So, and it did not make a desktop shortcut. There we go. Copyright C01 Computer Laboratory. Okay. Thought this meant 2001, but I don't think it is. Okay, so automatic modem detection. Find port. I just want to see the software. Don't get me, I don't want to do all this stuff. I was expecting a little more than this little box. I mean, it's not going to find a dial-up port, so maybe we're screwed. folks. Yeah, we are not doing well here. There we go. That's what I wanted. So we have 30 days left. Looks like you get the full package for 30 days though. So can't make this any bigger, sadly. But let's see what we can do. We can quick fax. We can send a fax, scan a fax. There's a graphic editor. There's a terminal. It's grabbing my system clock and date, so that is right. It's basically a phone call at our fingertips. So let's quick fax. Actually, it probably wants a number, so let's call it. Okay, that ain't working. Oh, my numlock's not on. Actually, should be more like this. If you've seen Office Space, you'll get that. Oh my gosh. Let's send it. What? All right. What do we have here? Oh, wow. That's just fantastic. That's my graphic editor. Send. Hey, look at that. It's sent. I mean, that's awesome. Let's call someone. Not sure what's happening here. Email, fax, voice. I mean, it's cool. I love this thing. I don't know why. See what the terminal is. Yeah, it can't find a modem, and I'm not, I mean, there isn't one, so let's check out email, if it'll let us. I think it's a little, all right, it's trying to find that modem again. We'll just let it do that. I can't do anything while it's doing that, though. That's unfortunate. I can't let it stop. It just has to like time out, basically. But as a kid, I would be entertained for hours with something like this, just messing around with it, maybe pretending I'm like in Mission Impossible or something and I'm hacking something. You know what I mean? Like that's where my mind as a kid would go with something like this and just go to town. Now, I would have had a modem back then hooked up to this, and who knows, maybe there would have been a whole new level of stuff. I do remember one time being able to realizing that there was a phone dialer on my computer, and I called my friend with it once, and it was an amazing moment. This is the data. I'm not really interested in that. Let's go to voice. Okay, maybe that's what I already clicked on. Enough of this. That's pretty sweet. But this is the first thing we've looked at, and this video will be hours and hours long if I don't stop somewhere. So going back to net telephony, there's also this Iris phone, another phone application that actually looks really cool. It definitely has that 2000s computer look where everything was just trying to be like its own original take on something, and it was always space agey, futuristic-y like this. Media Ring, same kind of thing, trying to do its own thing. I kind of love the stock standard, trying to look as much like a phone as possible, to be honest. Oh, we got Net Meeting. Oh, that's something I would have loved as a kid. Phone free, real easy interactor, web phone. You get the idea. Let's just see here. We got some applications that I'm not going to go into some depth on, like a modem booster. Check your settings and see how they can be boosted. NetSonic, yeah. Ways to speed up your crappy internet in the 2000s. We got some FTP clients. File transfer protocol. Not going to go into depth there. Download managers. This is interesting because this is pre-browser download management, so to say, where your browser wasn't really doing all the managing of your downloads like it does today and controls that process. Download Butler. Gozilla sounds familiar. I remember having one of these briefly. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't long until it started to be incorporated in the browser, and I didn't really care after that. Instant messaging. Of course, you got your classic AOL. Fun fact about AOL Instant Messenger is there is a messaging thing through, I believe it's called like AIM Phoenix, and I've actually downloaded it and I have placed a screenshot on Twitter. Let me go ahead and if it'll open up. So I think I am logged in, believe it or not. Let me minimize this quick. Exit that. And a third party has actually hosted servers that work with AOL. Now mine obviously is not playing ball. There we go. Let's see if this plays ball. I was able to get in last week. I believe it was last week, but it wasn't working great. As you can see here, it's definitely not connecting. It's usually pretty quick, so I don't know what's going on. But it's pretty sweet. Yeah, that looks right. I don't know if it's offline tonight. I don't know. Anyway, it was cool, but at the same time, there wasn't a whole lot I could do with it. But nonetheless, it was fun to see it fully sign in. I do recommend checking out their website. Just Google AIM Phoenix, and yeah, if you know how to use the internet, you'll be able to do it no problem. We got Cheetah Chat, never used that. ICQ, heard of it, but never used it. MIRC, never heard of it, never used it. Msn Messenger, of course, the old school version of MSN Messenger before it became Windows Live Messenger. Also a fun fact, got that to run on Windows 10, and it logs in. That's also through a third party called Escargot. Michael MJD is the YouTuber with a video on that. I recommend taking a look at that if you're at all interested. It's pretty sweet. Odigo, Paltalk, Powwow. Man, there was a lot of instant messengers fighting for supremacy back then. Yahoo, one to note of. Never used it, but had friends that did. Pretty sweet. Got some MUD clients here. Not going to go into detail here, but it's pretty cool that they give this to you. Whole bunch of them. Ooh, anti-spam. Bounce spam mail, spam buster, spam hater, spam killer, spam motel. That's hilarious. Back when you needed a client to help you out with spam. Certainly not necessary today. Most email clients take care of that for you. Browser plugins. I mean, a lot of these things are great. Really actually good tools for the back then internet. Hey, Real Player. That's fantastic. Shockwave. That's fantastic. But I'm not going to download them or go into them today. Web servers, same thing. Let's move on. So we also have, newsreader security tools. Might be worth 007 password recovery. Yeah, I mean, these wouldn't be any fun to really look at, in my opinion. But it's pretty cool they're here. Kind of like the look of this one. Designed to protect your internet connection from hackers. 4 levels of security. The zone alarm. Kind of cool. All right. Let's go to Game Zone because there are those obvious lame games that I don't care about, but there's a couple here that look like fun, like No One Lives Forever a demo of Dark Reign 2, and then Cluster Ball. Definitely want to play that. Hi folks, Future Mike here. None of these games or demos worked at all, so I have cut them from this video just to save you the time of watching me frustratingly struggle through it. All right, back to the video. General utilities are Adobe Acrobat 4.0, Aladdin Stuff It Expander. I have 7-zip, so whatever. Eudora. This email client features such as multiple address book formatting, ability to filter, to redirect forward mail. So it's an email client. LinZip. Real Player 8.0. Stuff it. WinZip 8.0. Did have WinZip back in the day before 7-zip came along. Fantastic little thing to utilize. Browsers. So there is the Express browser. Boasting that without cluttering your taskbar, this program allows you to browse multiple websites simultaneously in a tab. That is pretty ahead of its time and pretty sweet. So this is giving Explorer for OS, Mac OS. In the first disk, I believe it was Internet Explorer for just Windows. NeoPlanet. I think we got to look at a couple of these browsers. These are just browsers I've never heard of. And I just want to see if they work. Definitely don't want it to be by default. This is awesome. Skip intro. I don't want to register. I just want to see. Oh, come on. How about I just do that? All right. We're going to make some crap up. Oh, man. Finish. No, but I do want to try to use you. So Lycos didn't work. That makes sense. Look at that. That's awesome. Let's just search something. This is working. Yeah, 40th anniversary. That's awesome. Will it YouTube? It definitely will not. Maybe I have to change this to S though. It's not secure. Nah, doesn't matter. That's a site that will not load. Uh, oh, probably need to add the www dots. I'm shocked, actually. It's loading. It's loading imagery. Not well, but it's loading it. I mean, this is impressive. This old browser from September of 2000 now works pretty good overall. I mean, check it out. Now let's see what their let's see if any of these work. Oh, they definitely don't. Those are offline, so we'll just ditch that. Search Hotbot, search Lycos. Let's try searching Hotbot. I don't know if that's around anymore. Yeah, no. So this is dead. But no, it doesn't want to do Yahoo. I mean, it's hit and miss. Nope, not getting anything from there either. So it's not everything. See if we can click around. Wow. I mean, it fits the page fairly well. It loads, and I mean, I wouldn't want to. It would not be a replacement browser, but huh. All right, there we go. Now we're starting to get some areas that are. Yeah, look at that. Not perfect, but impressive. Awesome. Super cool, actually. Oh man, there's so many browsers. I could spend a lot of time dinking around on these. Let's do one more. I think the Express browser has to be given a try. This is 1.0. By Click2Com Australia. All right, quick restart. We'll be right back, folks. All right, we are back. And it looks like we are installed. Let's check it out. Highly impressed that their first page showed up. However, this is pulling just from the help file and not from an actual website. So we have our blank tabs here. Let's try to search the internet. Impressive. Now if I click here, all right. Looks like you can only do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think you can do more than that. Still ahead of its time. This one did not load AOL. Same problem. So it's definitely suffering the same issues as the other. think of something. Nope. Uh, I think it. Nope. All right, one more and I'm done. What is a good site that I used to go on all the time as a kid? All right. Anyway, it does let you browse in different tabs, which is awesome. I can search, which is awesome. I kind of love the way this loads. It looks okay. I mean, can't get very far, but it works. Pretty sweet. All right, back to the disk. So, other browsers here as well, but I'm not gonna go into this. Just looks like a ripoff of Internet Explorer. It literally is a shell of Internet Explorer called Netcapter. I don't even know how that's legal. This just looks like crap. More art than browser. And images and fragments of text float across the screen, moving at different speeds in relation to the what? Okay, we have to try that. That sounds pointless, but we have to try it. I know I said there wouldn't be any more browsers, but this is more art than browser, folks. Oh man, no, because I don't think I have any, and I'm not putting any on here. All right, I'm gonna stay true to my word. But if I get this to run, I'll definitely showcase it on Twitter, so please check me out there. Uh, you'll see my screen name at the end of this video. It is at Real Retro PC. I like to post little crap there every once in a while that I find entertaining. All right, jumping to the product index now, we are looking at a large breakdown of everything we've already seen. And these ISP kits are the same as disk one. It actually doesn't even let you click on them here, but it's just like a, hey, these are on disk one. Please put disk one in. And we checked these out in the last video. These did not work. This one did. But that's a quick rundown of this disk. I don't think I missed anything too fun or entertaining. I don't know. I'm not seeing much else to take a look at. The game's bombed hard. Cool stuff, but nothing that would be relevant for today's web. I mean, obviously this is going on 21 to 20, yeah, 21 years old. So, but it's entertaining, you know. This is back when the internet was so exciting and discs like this were so fun, and it was just a blast to get stuff that you could use and mess with, even if it was a demo. It was just a lot of fun to look at and explore. It was like just exploring new territory of the web because everything was just still so new at the time. And most of us had only had access to the internet for a couple of years, if that. And this is a time where you weren't always online. You were online maybe an hour a day, an hour every other day, or whatever your parents would allow you to just tie up the phone line for was kind of at their discretion, unless you were a really spoiled, lucky kid that didn't have that restriction in their home. I envied you, especially if you had that always on internet of like broadband, which blew my mind when that came out. And it was such a wonderful day when we got it as a family. That about does it for this video. Not much else to dig into here. Hope you enjoyed it. That is disc 2 of the Internet Superkit of 2000. So as always, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all in the next video.
Goodbye.